day 178 of Bama to Baxter, day 142 on the AT. Just leaving the Killington shelter area. Pretty nice shelter. Set up my tarp up to the left here, tucked behind that big rock. There was a nice area to set it up, but just getting moving. I got about 10 miles to get to Mount Killington, and I believe if I get there before 3 o'clock, there's I think like a little lodge, either a lodge or I don't know, someplace on top. I heard you can get some food, maybe sandwiches or a burger or something. So it's almost 10 o'clock. I've only got, I think, about 16-ish miles. I got a reservation at the Inn at the Long Trail tomorrow night. So, yeah, about 16 or so miles today. And I'll stop in Rutland tomorrow to get some food. And then stay at the Inn at the Long Trail. Onward we go. Wow, first thing in the morning. Pretty significant climb. It's like 600 feet of elevation gain in 0.6 miles. That's a pretty steep grade. It's like what works out to about 1,000 feet per mile. Whew. I'm glad this food bag is light. I got 500 miles to go to Katahdin, where this through hike will end. I don't remember exactly where I was, but I was really close to Hiawassee, Georgia when I hit my first 500 miles. I don't remember where I was at, but I do remember feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment when I hit that. I don't really feel that anymore when I hit these milestones. It's more just a feeling of, I guess, humbleness and just being grateful that I had the opportunity to even attempt this through hike. And just, I don't know, appreciate that I'm still out here with all the struggles that I've been through in the past. I don't know, I think it's close to 2,200 miles now. Just being glad that I'm still out here, still walking towards Maine. Yeah, I guess it's just a sense of being grateful for still continuing on this journey. But right now I'm in the I think it's like the Killington Wilderness area. I've got roughly about 4 miles to the summit of Mount Killington. Whew. Onward we go. Hey, to the Governor Clement shelter. This is one of the shelters on the AT. It has a fireplace inside of it. But what I really remember about this shelter is it has one of the nicest privies on the LT. I got a walkway up to it, little porch and everything. Woo. Still making the climb up Killington. I'm doing the .2 spur trail that takes you to the peak of Killington. So it adds like a total of 0.4 miles. And it's a pretty rough 0.2 mile spur trail. But before I started this, took a break at the bottom. Met a nice guy, a Lone Ranger. I just happened to ask him, you know, if he saw like a plastic dish, cold soaking dish. And what do you know? He saw it on trail earlier today, picked it up. He gave me back my cold soaking dish. So he found it on trail. Man, I was so happy to get that back. And then another guy came rolling up. His trail name's Reaper. Thought he looked familiar. He noticed me all the way back in the, I think it was after the Piedmont, Alabama section, where I was suffering from some heat exhaustion for the first time. I met Reaper. I was held up in a shelter for a couple hours. He came rolling up. But he's hiking the AT southbound now. It was over 2,000 miles ago I had met Reaper. So it was pretty cool to see him again. But moving forward, headed up to the peak of Killington. Man, that is a tough climb. The top is up there. Already some amazing views. Made it to the top of Killington, elevation 4,235. I feel like I'm back in New England now. It's just a sea of mountains up here. It is absolutely amazing. Closest one is Pico Peak. The AT and LT used to go along it. Now it's rerouted around it. Off to the right is the Whites. Oh, amazing view. Man, I love it up here. So cool. I was going to stop already. It's almost 8 o'clock. There's a good stealth site back there, and I passed by the Pico shelter area. But I've been just really enjoying walking through this pine forest this evening. This is one of the things about the trail when I'm done with this that I'm going to miss. I absolutely love these pine forest. So yeah, day's coming to a close. It's getting dark. This camera's not that well in the dark, but probably got another mile or two before I make camp somewhere. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a good night. Good morning. Day 179 of Bama to Baxter, day 153 on the AT. I camped down there on that flat spot. Hiked a bit longer than I anticipated yesterday. It wound up being a little over 20 miles. The shelter area I had planned to stop at didn't have the best like set I guess tent pads or tent sites, so I kept moving, and that was the first stealth site I came across. Overall, it's pretty peaceful. Really enjoyed that spot. Today I only got about a mile and a half. I basically I crossed Route 4 yesterday, which Route 4 takes you into Rutland. I crossed over that. Pretty soon I'll get up to the main junction where the LT and AT split off. And then there is a Blue Blaze Trail that will take me down to the end of the long trail where I'm staying tonight. You can actually see it through the woods there. So I'm just knocking off this little section before I want to catch the bus later to head into Rutland to go to the Walmart or grocery store to pick up like another 3 days of food before I continue on to Hanover. Onward we go. Made it to what's called the Maine Junction. Headed that way is the long trail headed north. This is where the long trail and AT split. And then over to the right, headed eastbound, that's the way to Hanover, New Hampshire. That's the way the AT goes. And I've really enjoyed my, whatever it's been, 104, 105 miles back on the long trail. I really love the long trail. I had such a great time last year. One day I would like to do this trail again. But for now, I'm headed on the AT. I got about another mile before I connect up with the Blue Blaze Trail. That'll take me into the Inn at the Long Trail where I'll stay tonight. But I just met another southbound long trail through hiker. Trail Witch is her name. She through hiked the AT in 2001. She lives in Vermont and now she's doing the LT. So, but yeah, I got about another mile left for today. So onward we go. All these miles from here until Glencliff, New Hampshire, which is roughly like about an 80-mile section, is all new to me. So I haven't done this section before, but my buddy Slowfoot says that this is one of his favorite sections on the AT, so we'll check it out. Headed down the Sherburne Pass Trail. This is the old AT section that goes over to Route 4, which will take me to the Inn at the Long Trail. The trail used to pass right by that inn. Well, I made it into Rutland today. I'm staying at the Inn at the Long Trail. When I got here, I checked in and then I took the bus into Rutland where I resupplied at the Price Chopper. And then came back here on the bus, had dinner here. It was a very short day, almost a 0 day. It was only, I think it was like a little over a mile. So I will get back on trail tomorrow. I got about 45 miles to get to Hanover, New Hampshire, where my wife's coming out to meet me, and I'll take one more 0 before heading into the Whites, where I'm going to pick up my cold weather gear that'll get me through New Hampshire and Maine. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope y'all have a good night.